Hello and welcome, and a lot has happened to me since you left. Okay, so this is something completely different. Let's go back to what we were working on last time. And I'm going to talk about some new items that are in my little thing here. This is a lever. What it does is it's able to turn on and off by flicking it. This is a button, sends a pulse. And this is a sign. You can use it to describe things and type stuff. And that's what and you can put it on the sides of blocks as well. So let's get started on my changes I made to this. So as you can see, nice little torch telling you if it's on or off, like that. And it's pretty much the same as it was before. Let's see if anything's loaded in. Nope, nothing's loaded in. So except there's a few new things. There's the load option. What does the load option do? Well, the load option goes over, and as you can see, there's an AND gate, and it just makes it so that it's able to go through. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. There is the delete option, goes the same place it was before. Just goes around and deletes it. The save option goes here, and goes through here, and lets it save the thing that you put in. So let's save 1 and 2. Save 1 and 2. Then when we pull this lever, it will load up 1 and 2. Pretty cool. We can see 1 and 2 are on. We can delete 1 and 2. And they will disappear. So that's everything with this. What is this? Well, I'll show you what that is. 1 second. I'm going to talk about what our main subject is, and that's adding, and it's very complicated and such. So as you see, that says 1 and 1, this says 10 and 10. It's complicated, the lights and things, so I'm going to try to go as slow as possible. First I want to show you this. This is my 3-bit calculator, just to explain it. This is what I want to plan to do, but this is my main outputs. So let's say we want 4 plus 2. I don't know. 4 and 2. That's not what I want. Okay, let's not do that actually. Let's do 4 plus 4. That's it. That's pretty easy. So this is gonna be 8. 8's gonna turn on. You can do this for hours, you know. 4 plus 2 also will work. 8. But as you can see right now, there's only 4 different displays. There is this 8, 4, 2, and 1. So let's take a look at the redstone, like, as quick as we possibly can. So, yeah, it's going into those, and then these are going into their own separate areas. As you can see, it's fairly complicated, but not that complicated, but pretty complicated. Like, this was complicated too. As you can see, this is pretty complicated as well. And then this is just blown up. And then this is just some tests I've done to make all these. So let's get started into the world of complicatedness. So the first thing, this is an important part of computing, a XOR gate. Now what is an XOR gate? Well, it's very, very complicated. This is one lever that's gonna be on, this is one lever that's gonna be on. These are them both on, you know? And stuff. So what an XOR gate's supposed to do is, let's pretend this is the output, and we can place a lever here, like that. There we go. So what an XOR gate is when one input's on, the output's on. When the other output's on, the output's on. When they're both off, the output's off. When they're both on, the output's off. So that's an XOR gate. So how's it gonna work? Well, the first thing that we need to do is we need to basically make a complicated OR gate. So what I'm doing here is I'm having a NOT gate, and then that NOT gate's going up, and it's going to connect to another NOT gate. This is doing the same thing, connect to a NOT gate, going up, and is going to connect to another NOT gate. These two NOT gates are going to share a connection. So what do? Well, we made an OR gate. This lever's on, it's on. This lever's on, it's on. If they're both on, it's still on. So how do we make it an XOR gate? We just made an overly complicated OR gate. Well, simple. All you gotta do is add an AND gate to it. And so, an AND gate is normally made like so. A NOT gate. So we have a NOT gate here, a NOT gate here, and what's gonna happen is that when this is on, and this is off, this NOT gate's off, but this NOT gate's on. Since this NOT gate's on, it's connected to an OR gate, which is turning this NOT gate off. If we do it the other way, it's still the same. If we do it both of them, these torches are both on, causing the redstone to be on, causing this NOT gate to be off. If they're both on, however, both NOT gates are off, causing the signal to be on. So, a way to make this, at least a way to make this smaller, I guess, you could say. A way to make this smaller is to do this. And that's what we're going to do. So it's on, that's off, on, off, same principle, off, off, all that stuff. So we're going to add that right on the top, just right on the top, just like we did before. So now you might be saying this is a little complicated. Well, what's happening is there's the OR gate, and so the OR gate works the same as it did, you know, but there's also now an AND gate too. And this AND gate, when it's on, these are both going to be on, causing these both be off. So instead of when they're both on for it to be on, since this AND gate is on, it's stopping that from happening. So if that makes sense, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. This is how, this is an XOR gate. So XOR gates are very big parts of adding. And so the next thing we're going to do to this XOR gate is we're going to kind of tear it apart a little bit and do this. So what is this? Well, it's basically just making it bigger, right? Now we want to connect the output to our AND gate. We want to move the output out here. Then we want to move it on top of this block and then go over. Now you're probably asking, why are these two repeaters and why is this a repeater? Well, because if this was redstone, it would connect to these two torches. We don't want that. We want it to be separate, and for it only to go up here. Because like I said, since redstone can do that, why can't a repeater, right? So that's why it does that. That's why the repeater goes up. These repeaters connected to the torches, the reason they're repeaters is because, remember, repeaters can go through blocks. And so, if those weren't repeaters and those were normal, everything would be messed up. And I'm actually going to have a visual representation of that. Ta-da! Even if we break that, it's still going to be messed up. So, as you can see, we don't want it to be messed up. So we're just going to make it redstone. So what did I do? Well, I'm getting the output of the AND gate and moving it out. And the reason for this is, well, I didn't really explain how adding works in a computer, did I? So how it works is instead of our normal thought of adding as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all that numbers stuff, a computer does it with something like this. There is 0, then there's 1, then there's 10, then there's 11, then there's 100, then there's 101, then there's 110, then there's 111, and so on and so forth. So, basically what we made here is a half adder, and what it's doing is it's adding 1 and 1. So when 1 is on, so let's say we have 1 coming into the system. This will be on, saying that 1 is the output. This is outputting 1, this is outputting 10. When this one's on, it's going to say 1 is on and into the system. When they're both on and it's 10, what's going to happen is this is going to be off and this is going to be on, saying 10 is on. And the reason for that is the AND gate in the middle. So we have our ON state, and this is going through the OR gate and just being like a normal OR gate and turning on and being 1. So it's like an OR gate here. But when it's an because it's an XOR gate, it's not going to output here because this AND gate is stopping it from doing that. And the AND gate's also getting its output and moving it up through here and over here. So hopefully that makes sense to you, guys and girls, and that's how it's going to add firsthand. So this is adding 1 and 1. Now it gets a little bit trickier in adding 10 and 10. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to place the levers here instead. We're going to build the same thing that we just built. So torches, block, redstone, torch, redstone, redstone, block, redstone, block, redstone, torch, torch, redstone, block, repeater, block, repeater, repeater, redstone, 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 block, block, redstone, 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 redstone. So there we go, that's what we just built. Now we're going to go about 3 redstone out. We're going to build another XOR gate. Why are we going to build another XOR gate? Well, because of this. We want this to come over here and to go to that. To go to this one here. So we have, so basically this is 10, right? This is 10, this is 10 coming in, this is also 10 coming in, right? When they're both on, this is 100, right? But what happens if 1 and 1 is on? Then that's 10. So now we have 10. What if we need 10 to be added into our system? Because if we have 10 over here and we have 10 here, that's 10 plus 10, and we need that to still be in the system so that it knows how to add if we have this as 10. So this is called a half adder in computer logic, and this is called a full adder once we're done with it at least. So now we're going to make our second XOR gate here. Fairly simple XOR gates. You just need blocks being placed down, torches, and we need the repeaters here, and then we need the redstone. And then we're going to add what we did before with our carry-on, and I'm going to show you the carryover, and I'm going to show you what the carryover does. So this is saying when it's 100, right? And this is saying that 100 is being outputted. So that we can test as many times as we want, but let's just test with this. So 10 plus 10 equals 100. Now we just want to make a OR gate with the 2 of these, and when I like to make my OR gates, I like to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, break it, and then do that, and so that way this is always on like as full as it possibly can be. So this is a full adder, and then this is our carryover. So this is saying that there's 100. Now we're just gonna add, if we want to have 100, which I'm gonna just add to, just to show you. It's pretty simple. We just have to make another full adder, and then we can add another one, and another one, and another one, and another one onto our system until we have ourselves our whatever amount of bits that we want in our calculator. So this is a 3-bit. Once we're done with this will be a 3-bit system because there is 1 half adder and 2 full adders. So you count it by the half adder plus all the full adders. So if you had 7 full adders and 1 half adder, that would be an 8-bit calculator. Now, what's the difference between a calculator and a computer? Well, a computer stores something. It doesn't matter what it stores, but it stores something that has to do with something. So that's the main difference. It has a storage to it. So yeah. Now we're gonna add in our. Second one because it's a full adder. Remember. So we're gonna add our second little adder in to play. And then we have ourselves a 3-bit system. 3-bit calculator. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, 3 bits. We're gonna connect these two together. And I'm just gonna have that, and these two. And let's not have these two. So that means the carryover is gonna happen, and we're gonna have this on and stuff. So now we're gonna just do what we had before. We're gonna build our, oops. You don't want that. Huh? Is this not? Oh, oops. There we go. Now it works. Okay. So this is a 3-bit calculator. We just need to tighten it up a little bit. And make the outputs easier to get to. So this is a 3-bit calculator right now. It's pretty simple. We just have these 3 lamps. Oh no, 4 lamps. Sorry, half adder. So yeah, this is how the other one works here. As you can see, the half adder and the 2 4 adders. This is just a smaller representation. So we have our half adder, and we're gonna add 1 to our half adder, and 1's gonna turn on. So this is 1. So 1 is now on. Now we want to add 1 plus 1. This is 2, but according to the computer, it's 10. So it's gonna go over here, and this is gonna happen, and 10 is gonna be on. So this is 10 because this 1 is 0. So it's 1 0 10. And then we can so that's how you do that. That's how you add 10. Then if we want to, I think if we do that, what's gonna happen? Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. So now we had 10, right? Now let's say we add 10 plus 10. That's gonna equal 100. Now let's add 100 plus 10. That's gonna equal 110. Now let's equal 100 plus 100. 110 and plus 100. That's gonna be 1010. And then let's add in another 100 in there. 1110 is what's now happening to us. So this is 1110 because we added 1 plus 1, which is 10. 10 plus 10, which is 100, plus 10, which is 110. 110 plus 100 plus 100, which is 1,000. So 1,000 plus 110, which is 1,110. 1,110. So this is our calculator. And so now we're just going to go over here. And how does this work? Well, we have 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4. Over here we have 8, 4, 2, and 1. And now we can add. So we can have 4 plus 4, let's say. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So that was very simple. Now the cool thing, now you might say 8-bit's not that hard to make, but actually 8-bit's not that hard to make. It only can hold a few numbers. Well, that's not true, because this is 3-bit, and we have 1, 2, and 4. 4-bit would be 1, 2, 4, and 8, so that's 8. 5-bit, 16. 6-bit, 32. 7-bit, 64, and 8-bit, 128. So that's 1 through 128. So that's a lot of numbers. And so this would be huge because we would need decoders from 1 through 9, and then we would have a bunch of different things. It would be very complicated on how it would work, but it could add from 1 through 128 plus 1 through 128 if we had 8 bits. So that would be pretty cool, in my opinion. So yeah, that's how it works. You would instead of 1, 10, and 100, you're gonna have 1, 2, and 4. And then you can do a lot of things with 1, 2, and 4. If you want to have, let's say, 3 plus 3, you just need 2 and 1 plus 2 and 1. So what's 2 and 1 plus 2 and 1? Well, with this limited display, it is 4 and 2, which is 6. Which is correct, so 3 plus 3 is 6. That's pretty cool. So yeah, this video, I don't even know how long it is, probably not that long. But this is our, this is in it. Where is it? There it is. This is our 3-bit calculator. Now we're going to join next episode. We're going to learn how to subtract, then multiply, and then divide. And then we're going to learn how to get doing math connected to memory. So, hope I'll see you next video. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And, yeah. Bye.